House in Baltimore. 8 days of football, fun, fabulous parties, and a little bit of Super Bowl conversation. I am wondering whether I'm going to go with the red Falcons gear or just go Jerry Glanville, just go straight black for the next week. Dennis Colatzos, I'm sure, is wondering the same thing. He, of course, runs Coons Ford and is with us each and every Thursday as part of the SSV on WNST and getting you home and sponsoring our WNST text service. I would have loved to send the text out and say the Super Bowl tickets are on sale now for the Ravens. But, boy, the Patriots set a standard for everyone else. Don't expect me to kiss their butts next week, but in the afterglow of beating up on the Steelers and really never leaving the door open. I mean, there was never a point at any point during the season where you didn't believe the Patriots are going to be sitting where they're sitting, right?
Nope, they were right there, and for good reason. Bill Belichick showed once again why he's the best coach in the business. Love him or hate him, he completely out-coached Mike Tomlin. Just threw stuff at him that the Steelers weren't prepared for. The Steelers never adjusted after halftime either. That was the most disappointing thing. They kept doing the same thing, expecting a different result, and it just got worse and worse for them.
Well, I think the other issue really was the Le'Veon Bell injury. You know, if you start talking about the Steelers without him, they become far more ordinary than what we've seen the last 6 weeks, where they looked extraordinary at various points. Did not look that way on Sunday, and the offensive line had played better in the past, but defensively, playing that soft zone,
yep.
The statistics came in the aftermath. Luke gave me this. They blitzed Tom Brady 6 times. On those 6 plays, he was 6 for 6 for 108 yards.
Well, the other thing the Patriots did real well was they called their plays right away. They took advantage of the Steelers' young secondary. Those guys weren't able to set back there. And again, they just picked on them. They didn't have time to communicate, so it was just easy pickings for Brady just to do his job and pick them apart. But once again, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They just had a perfect game plan offensively, anyway, and even defensively. You know, we saw how they doubled up Antonio Brown. Bill Belichick put his 2 best cornerbacks, not just one, but both of them, one underneath and one over the top, in Butler and McCourty, and just completely took them away. AB didn't have a pass longer reception than 20 yards.
Well, it's all game planning, right? It's all scheming, but you have to have the horses, and you have. And I don't know that the Patriots are made up of these individual great players. I mean, I guess we're going to talk about that all next week. What is this? This is only the 7th or 8th time I've had to go do a Super Bowl. How many Super Bowls for Brady? He's lost 2, right?
He's
won
2. He's 4-2.
4-2. So this is 7.
4-2,
so this
7.
is the 7th
Amazing.
time I'm going to sit around and discuss Tom Brady and the Patriots and say, well, what else do they have other than Tom Brady and a genius schemer? Because I don't know that they physically dominate you. Even when they're running the football, they don't run the football the way other teams do, where it sort of takes your breath away. You always feel like, well, I'll dust off, I'll get back up, and we'll get them next play, except Brady never makes a mistake.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Nestor. That's been a strength of the Patriots, though. Like, who are these guys? Their offensive line is very underrated. Defensive line is also very underrated. So when you take a close look at them, they've got some studs, some guys that are under the radar, and they shouldn't
But
be.
there's no individual dominance going on there. There's no J.J. Watt. I mean, I'd go back to even McGinnis and Brewski and Johnson and those guys. Those guys were better football players than the guys they have now.
No, they were, but Ninkovich, Hightower, Malcolm Brown, Alan Branch, those are quality, very good players. McCourty's an outstanding safety/cornerback. So is Malcolm Butler. They've got enough pieces, and when you put all those pieces together, and those pieces drink the Kool-Aid, and you got guys like Shea McClellan coming off the bench and knocking guys in the backfield for 4-yard losses on the goal line. And that's the other part of it too. You got a 6'5", 260-pound quarterback. You're a foot away, and you decide instead of calling a quarterback sneak to turn around and hand the ball in the backfield. So
boy, that's where the game turned, right? I mean,
absolutely.
It was a game until you get to the 1-foot line.
Yeah,
You've celebrated the touchdown.
Yeah.
You don't get the touchdown.
Yes.
You go back out there, and you're lucky to get 3 points.
Yeah, that was, again, but it comes down to coaching and execution. That's the second piece, and back to the Patriots as a credit and their side, not only did they have a great game plan, they were able to also execute it to perfection, and what a blowout. And I don't know about you, Nestor, but I got tired of watching the playoffs. Only one good game in the playoffs, one tight game between the Cowboys and the Packers. The rest of them have all been blowouts.
Well, it's funny. We got, 3.5 hours left in the season, right? It's going to be 2 weeks before they play football. I am going to be moving my lips, rapidly this week about it a little bit, although I'm going to do some Terps and some Caps and some Wizards and certainly some Orioles before we head down to Houston. But next week we're going to be talking about this game. And, I guess when all is said and done, the biggest stories now for the NFL are going to be about the Raiders moving, about the Chargers in L.A., about whoever gets arrested or shot at in the offseason or whatever. I mean, look at baseball on Sunday with this incredible tragedy to Yordano Ventura, during the offseason. Now we get into this offseason. I mean, the Ravens are already a little topsy-turvy on this Zach Orr story. I mean, the stories now aren't about tactics. The stories now are about who. It's all the who in the offseason, right?
Yeah, no question about it. Look, a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of things to happen between now and the Super Bowl. 2 weeks, and I think we can all agree the two best teams in the league are finally in the Super Bowl. So no arguing that. Right now, the Patriots have been installed as an early 3-point favorite, and at this point, I would take the points and the Falcons. Thank you very much.
You giving the Falcons a chance to win this football game 2 weeks from now?
Oh, absolutely. I think they have a lot of talent. They introduced themselves to America yesterday. They're no longer a secret. Their defense is for real. Their running game is for real. Julio Jones might be the best receiver in the game. The cat is just amazing what he can do, just running away from players and also threw them around him, stiff-arming them. This team is for real. They're well coached. They're playing on a turf field, as the Patriots are accustomed to, but they're a fast team. I think the over has been established at 51 points. Everyone is expecting a high-scoring matchup. Should be a phenomenal Super Bowl.
Well, and as far as Atlanta running away from Green Bay and the game not being very good, I never doubted that the Atlanta offense could be explosive. I mean, I looked up, saw the 500 points they put up this year. I get it. I just thought Green Bay would have had a little more artillery against that Atlanta defense, which has been, we talk about, lacking star power from the Patriots. Boy, other than Dwight Freeney, who's 100 years old, most people couldn't name anybody on the Atlanta defense.
Yeah, but they all found out about their linebackers in Deion Jones, Devondre Campbell, and Vic Beasley. I mean, those guys get after you. They're very well coached. Dan Quinn, of course, the former defensive coordinator of the Seahawks, have done a great job in putting this defense together. They get after you. They're fast. They're mean. They're tough. Very disciplined. Very well coached, and that's really their strength of their team. As explosive as their offense is, that defense is very, very good.
See my man Chris Chester running around down there. Dan
Chris
Quinn.
Chester still playing ball, man. Still right guard. Still balling right next to Alex Mack, who has also made a huge difference on that Atlanta offensive line and their offense in general.
Well, when he got hurt, I thought they can't win.
Yeah,
I thought
if
Alex Mack isn't playing 4 quarters against the Patriots, at that time I thought it could have been the Steelers. I'm like, boy, that's trouble for them. But he got up, he got up. And you talk about a guy that did a hell of a lot of losing in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Alex Mack, what a great story he's become.
Phenomenal story. You got to feel real good for him. He's just missing Joe Thomas on that offensive line to make it all complete. But great story for Alex Mack as well as our good friend Chris Chester.
And Dennis Kolotzis joining us here. He'll be here on Thursday, getting you ready for the weekend. I know you've been watching a little bit of the Terps. You're getting ready for the Caps playoffs. Now it's obvious they're going to make the playoffs here in January. But what's going on out of Coons Florida Security Boulevard?
Just tearing it up, Nestor. Again, off to a very fast start to the year. We're making plays here all the time. 1,000+ brand new vehicles in inventory, cars, trucks, SUVs, lots of pre-owned vehicles, full service department, body shop parts. We're just rolling. Ford Motor Company, Ford Motor Credit, still giving up 0% for 72 months. The deals have never been better. All of our cars have heated seats still for those chilly mornings.
I was about to point that out. We're getting now into prime heated seat territory.
Yeah.
Although I've been using mine since October.
There you go. Hey, it's good for a sore back, and my back and my age is always sore.
You got to be careful. Sometimes you leave it on, and you feel like Mo Drabowski's giving you a hot fanny. You know what I mean?
My mom's 78 years old, and a couple of weeks ago she was in my car, and I turned on her heated seat without her knowing it, and she just turned. She went, "Ooh, what's that?" She says, "Turn it off. It's too hot. You're baking me." So she had those tender cheeks going on that morning. But again, it's always a good surprise.
Oh, look, it's going to be a little bit since we get together, and I know I'm going to do the show on Thursday when you're here at the SSV. But I've got to ask you about this because of your great heritage. And by the way, I still haven't got any baklava from the holidays. I'm just making a point. I mean,
I got you.
Just take that for what it's worth.
Guilty as charged.
Well, I mean, it's almost bikini season, so I'm worried. But Milwaukee Bucks have this this player they're calling a Greek freak. I mean, this is good for all Greek Americans, I think. And I got to learn how to pronounce his name, but I'm going to defer to you, Giannis,
which is John.
John, yeah, I knew that part. That much I know. The
Antekutempo.
Antekutempo.
Just call him a Greek freak.
No, I want to learn how to pronounce it. If I can learn Kolotzis, I can learn anything.
Antekutempo. He is He also has a younger brother too. But my son Christos, he loves the NBA. This guy was on his radar a long time ago because of his ethnic heritage. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's an all-star, just a phenomenal player on a poor team.
On a very poor team.
On a very poor team.
Now, Milwaukee Bucks, I didn't know they were still in the NBA. Hey, but great having you on, Dennis. Take care of yourself after this week. We'll check in again with you on Thursday, okay?
You got it. Be well. Thank you.
You got it. Dennis Kolatzos, the SSV on WNST. Can be found out on Twitter and at WNST on Thursday from 3 until 5. Dennis will drive you home, get you ready for the weekend and the Senior Bowl coming up. I know Dennis loves that stuff as well, so we'll be monitoring all that. We had Phil Savage on last week, so off to Houston on Sunday, a full week of Super Bowl 51 coverage from the Brown Convention Center. Luke and I will be on the scene. Meantime, all week long, anything you miss, you can find in the Buy a Toyota audio vault 24 hours a day from anywhere in the world, including a lot of incredible conversations with connections to David Modell last week from Tony Siragusa and Matt Stover and Brian Billick, right on down the line. Got some great radio ahead for you around here. You can find me nasty at WNST.net as well. And, of course, last but never least, if there's any breaking news at all, Coons Ford's got you covered with that fantastic tech service that we provide. Any Oriole trades, any Ravens maneuverings, you want to be on that, sign up at WNST.net. We are WNST.net, AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore sports.